Natural hair may be one of the most sung about, talked about topics in the Black community. Women and men encouraging each other to embrace their kinky and curly hair textures. But actually doing this is much harder for Black women and men who historically have spent a lot of amounts of time and money making their hair straight by using chemicals and flat irons.
I would say that my grandmother's generation and even my mom's generation a little bit was like, you know, get back in the house, your hair is not done. Like something was wrong with us or something like that.
Maury Jacks struggled with loving her real hair as a child. In college, she took on an internship in Africa, which changed her entire perspective.
It was my first time ever seeing beautiful Black women with their heads either shaved or locked or twisted or with knots in it, bandeau knots, and it was just an enlightenment. It was like something new, and something awoke in me, and I was like, I'm fine.
The actress and real estate agent decided to permanently put her hair in locks, formerly called dreadlocks. Embraced in Africa, but rejected when she came back home to the United States.
I've been told that it is not a professional look, or if I were to be considered for the job, what would I be doing with, you know, and they'll do like a head. We have a certain look here, and would I be able to embrace the look of their company?
Jacks kept her locks, and now other people are being encouraged to do the same.
The notion of what's professional in the workplace is really based on our Eurocentric perception of what's beauty and what's professional.
Senator Holly J. Mitchell represents parts of Los Angeles. She introduced Senate Bill 188, the Crown Act, which stands for Creating a Respectful and Open Workplace for Natural Hair. It will forbid employers from reprimanding people like herself for wearing their hair in braids, twists, and locks.
Who are you creating this bill and pushing it for?
Up until very recently, if you Googled images for unprofessional hair, images of Black women exclusively in our natural glory with our natural hair popped up. And so that suggested to me that we have education to do and we have work to do.
Last December, a New Jersey high school referee was benched after forcing a wrestler to either cut his locks or forfeit his match. Last August, a sixth grader seen on video crying as she left her classroom after being told her braided hair extensions violated school rules. Similar episodes in Florida, a 6-year-old sent home on his first day of school because his hair was locked. In Boston, twin sisters forced to serve detention for wearing their hair braided. Now, steps are being taken in California to make sure that doesn't happen here.
I think we're going to use this as a public education campaign. And secondly, to make sure that this isn't an issue that prevents me from getting a job.
Here at Locks of Love Hair Salon in Leimert Park, some clients say their hair was a factor for why they didn't get jobs in the past, but it was a blessing in disguise.
Even the interviewer, he said he was confused why they didn't accept me, because my credentials, my knowledge of technology, and for me, I knew what it was.
Network engineer Umar Norwood says when he was turned down from a job, he started his own business, selling organic products for natural hair like his.
And then we can take our monies from the economics, be it businesses, and then we can take that money and funnel it into political campaigns so they can represent the policies that are concerned with our community.
If the Crown Act becomes law, California will be the first state to banning protective hairstyles in professional and educational institutions. As for Maury Jacks, her actions inspired her 20-year-old daughter, Unique Gordon, to lock her hair when she was just 10 years old.
Like when I saw her all like being like a strong, confident, independent woman, I want to be like her.
The Crown Act bill passed the Judiciary Committee in April. Now it goes on to the Assembly for a vote in June. And Senator Mitchell is encouraging people, if you want this bill to pass, to write your local council members, your local representatives, tell them your stories about natural hair and how it benefits you to wear it that way. And hopefully that would encourage them.
Did someone say straighten their hair with chemicals and a flat iron? Guilty right here.
I think we've all been guilty, especially us women in news business. I think we've all been guilty.
I mean, you've gotten a lot of attention for the fact that you wear your hair natural, and
Right.
people have talked about that all over the country. What has the reaction for you been like, both positive and negative to that?
You know, I have to say, I wouldn't do myself justice if I sat up here and say I was discriminated against. Fortunately, I grew up in California, where people are a little more forward-thinking when it comes to things like this. However, working in the news industry and living in other parts of the country, you know, I wasn't allowed to wear my hair like this. I had to straighten my hair, I had to wear wigs, and it's time-consuming, it's expensive, and I just didn't feel liberated. I didn't feel like myself. I've never felt more powerful and in control of who I am and when I do my job than I do now. And I think a big reason for it is because now I don't have to worry about feeling like someone else.
Yeah.
Does that make
Well,
sense?
let us know how that bill does.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, Leah, thanks
And
so
you look
much.
great.
Thank you.
Thanks, Leah.